Kitties, 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 it's a Volvo kind of day. What's up guys, and welcome back to Shifting Lanes. As you know, this is my 2005 Volvo V70R, and I was about to run some errands, but I just received some good and bad news. So yeah, let's hop in the car and I'll tell you about it, because I wasn't really gonna vlog today because I'm literally just going to the bank to drop off some coins that we wrapped. Super exciting stuff, I know, but the bad news kind of sucks, but the good news is really good, and I just heard about it. So let's hop in, let's take a drive. And for good measure, why not get in a cold start? The cold starts on these cars, they're cool, but they really don't sound great. Like, these 5-cylinders, they sort of sound like diesel-y in a way when they start up. It's just that low end, like blow, 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 blow. It's not great, but the revving sounds so good. Oh God. Anyway, let's go. If you guys ever have a chance to get or drive in a 5-cylinder turbocharged car with a pretty crazy exhaust, I highly recommend it. Especially take it to some tunnels, and especially take it to some parking garages, because it'll sound like this. I like money. That was 80 bucks in coins, guys. Save your coins, because daddy needs car parts. I apologize for nothing for that totally perfect Mr. Krabs impression. First off, if you haven't seen this channel before, this is my 2005 Volvo V70R. It is tuned to 450 horsepower, it has a glorious exhaust, and all the trimmings that you can humanly think of to make it 450 horsepower. When we got these cars, we were told, well, we weren't told, we told you that we were going to take on a stock E46 M3, because when Volvo came out with these cars, they were billed as an M3 killer, and they weren't. They just weren't. And we wanted to see what it would take to make one of these into an M3 killer, especially the wagon version, because it's heavier. I love wagons, I'm a huge wagon aficionado, so I wanted to build one up to see if it could take on an M3. And that's on to the first bad news of this, because the 6th M3 has backed out. Now, look, this is a recurring theme on this channel, and I'm sorry that we can't get an M3 to magically just show up and do stuff with us. Now, for those that are adept and know this channel, those white wheels are my winter wheels, and those are my winter tires. Those are Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3s, arguably the best winter tire sold on the market. Now, I already have those on, and we haven't done anything to beat an M3, so that means it's gonna wait till spring, which royally sucks. I'm really kind of fed up at this point. So here's the deal. If I cannot find an M3 by March of 2020, I will buy an E46 M3 and we will take it on. So there it is, plain and simple. Buy an E46 M3 that's stock, pretty well sorted, that's not a basket case, fingers crossed, and we will take it on. And then I may sell the M3, I may keep it, who knows, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Screw it, I'm done trying to chase people down. It's gonna happen, so stay tuned for that. That is the really bad news. If you do have an M3 or know someone that wants to actually do this, please get in contact with us. You can email us, it's contact@shiftinglanes. But yeah, I'm done trying to chase people down. This is 6 cars within a 1.5-year time frame from when we sold our original one, which we needed to sell, guys, trust me. So I'm over it, I'm done. So that's the bad news. Here's the good news. I hopped back inside my car because I wanted to show you guys exactly what I was talking about. The good news is our friends over at Albon Films actually challenged us with their single turbo, basically junk Supra. It's a Mark IV Supra. It's an automatic. It has the 2JZ. They're doing a single turbo on it, and they just started it up for the first time. So for those asking where the Supra challenge has been, it's coming, because this car is done. We've been waiting on Albon to basically finish their build, and they have a ton going on their channel. Please go check them out. Link is in the description to go subscribe to them. They actually just bought the world's first wrecked Toyota Supra A90, which was originally Jackie Ding's. He was turning it into a time attack car, and he wrecked it, and Albon bought it, and they're gonna fix that thing up. So go check that out. It's a really cool build already, and they're building their own Mark IV Supra. So they have a Mark IV and a Mark V, which is pretty ridiculous. They are an awesome channel. They're friends of ours, but they also love Volvos. They know what we did to this car, and they know that, yeah, these are probably going to be around the same power levels. This has about 440, 450 at the crank, depending on the weather, and they're shooting for 400 to 450 at the crank. It's going to be pretty close, because this car's heavier. That car's still pretty heavy, but they just started it up, and I want to show you guys the first startup and also talk some smack. So here's the video of their first startup.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. Yay! We did it! Hooray! Fire in the hole!
So I'm watching it live. This is my reaction to it. All right, it starts. Oh God. Oh, it sounds so lumpy. Ooh. But it sounds like a cammed V8. It sounds so bad. That's not how inline sixes should sound. And apparently they call us out as well. So here's that.
That's it. Woohoo. We're done. Shifting lanes. We're coming for you. Look at this bad boy. This thing is done. Top class, perfect. No mechanic in the world could do work as clean and quality as this.
Clean, top class. Obviously you were doing that as a joke, but bro, that sounds so bad. You have so much work to do, Guff. Oh my God. This thing is sorted, bro. That thing is sordid. It's just not looking good. Go look up those words if you don't know what they mean. Hey, look. The really, really good news is the Supra challenge is happening. Guff is down in Texas. I imagine this is gonna happen in the spring too, because I can't get south this winter. There's no way, not with my job, not with my 2 kids. Guff may come up here next spring. I know there's a lot going on around the New York Auto Show. So maybe we can do a New York Auto Show week challenge. I think that would be a really good time. If not, maybe we could do something in May and do like a real like track battle. I know that most of the drag strips in this area actually open first day of April. So let's hope New York Auto Show, I think it's gonna be mid-April this year. I can get dates, but guys, it's happening. Yes, 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 yes. Supra is started, and Albon's gonna go down because their Supra sucks. Yeah, I cannot tell you how squirrely this thing is with the winter tires. It's like 60 degrees out today. I mean, winter tires are great for anything under like 50, 45 degree temperatures, but man, when it's warm out, these things are squishy. Good God. I totally forgot that I have my summer wheels in my trunk, but here's the thing, I'm actually selling these. These are Advanti Reigns, R-E-I-Ns, and they're 18 inches. The Pilot Supers, or sorry, I have Pilot Sport 4S tires on them, and I'm selling these pretty much as is. The price is $1,200 with the wheels and tires, because the wheels are like $1,500 to $2,000 on their own, and the tires are still in pretty good shape. Even though these are the ones that went on the Dragon with me, they were actually just inspected as they were swapped from the whites back to these. Now the reason why I'm selling these is because I'm actually getting a new set of Summers next year, and I'll announce that in a completely different video, because they are really exciting wheels and I can't wait to show you guys. But these are available $1,200 as is. There's some curb brash on a couple of them, but otherwise the wheels and tires are in great shape. I figured out what the wobble was with these. It was a bad centering ring. I have fresh centering rings from Viva Performance. Connor sent me out a couple, and yeah, they're ready to go. So if you guys want, get in touch with us. It's contact@shiftinglanes. The email is in the description below, or you can just PM me at RealGregsonM on any social media. The only thing with the Avantis is you're going to need a 5mm spacer. Otherwise, they're pretty much ready to go. The 5mm spacer will clear the brakes. I run 10mm spacers all the way around, and my setup is fantastic. I've never had an issue. There's no performance issues. I took these things on the Dragon with the 10mm spacers, and they performed beautifully. So what's next for this car, particularly in fixes? Because since we're not taking on the M3 or the Supra until the spring, what's there to do? Well, there's a lot to do because this thing is far from perfect. I'm actually going to be replacing the headlights in this thing because the headlights are hot garbage in these cars. Whether you like to think so or not, they are not good. They may have been good 13, 14 years ago, but they're trash today. So I'm working with a company called HID Projectors.com. I've been in touch with Tom over there. We're going to get something set up. I'm going to show you exactly what the new lights are. Link to them in the description below because it is going to be a really nice setup. There's also a lot of other fixes that this thing needs, including a completely new fog light. A lot of you have noticed that I'm only one fog light. I only have one fog light right now, so yeah, that's not ideal, especially in adverse conditions. So with winter coming up, I need some fog lights. Both of them don't work, so I gotta swap them out. Probably gonna get some from FCP Euro, just because, you know, lifetime warranty and all, so why not get them from there? There's also a lot of stuff in the interior that needs to be done, and I have a ton of aesthetics that we're going to be putting on the car, and basically it's going back into winter mode, and I have something that's going to trigger all of you guys pretty hardcore in the next video, so stay tuned for that. That'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Guff, I can't wait to throw down with you this spring in the Supra. Good luck for the rest of your build because, well, you're gonna need it because this thing is pretty well sorted. If you want to follow us on social media, it is @ShiftingLanes. If you want to follow Albon, as I mentioned before, all of their stuff is in the description below, YouTube and their social media. And yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. See ya!